You need to know how personal injury claims work so that you're not stuck with mounting medical bills and so that you can get paid if you're unable to work. And you want to get money for pain and suffering too. We're going to cover everything from immediately after the accident through you hopefully getting your settlement money. Most personal injury settlements are paid by the insurance company of the person or business who caused your accident. In order for them to pay you, a claim needs to get set up. If a claim isn't set up, the insurance company cannot pay you. There are generally two ways that a claim is set up with the at-fault person or business's insurance company. Number one, the other person or business reported the claim to their insurance company. Or number two, you or your lawyer report the claim to the insurance company of the person or business that caused your injury. If you have a serious injury, there's a greater chance that the other person or business who caused your injury reported the claim to their insurance company. This is because they're nervous that you're going to sue them, and they know that their insurance policy requires them to report all accidents to them. To set up a claim, the insurance company needs a few things. Number one, the date of the accident. Number two, their insurance policy number. Number three, the location of the accident. And number four, a description of how the accident happened. If you were injured in a car or truck accident, the insurance company will want to know the name of the driver that caused your accident. But regardless of what type of accident you're in, the insurance company will want to know what your injuries are. They'll also ask you if you damaged any property in the accident. They want to know how serious your injuries are so that they can assign your case to the proper level adjuster. If you don't have a lawyer, the insurance company will often assign a low-level adjuster to your claim. Insurance companies like Progressive and many others do this. If the insurance company later learns that you hired a lawyer, they'll assign a higher level adjuster to your case. More experienced adjusters handle high-value injury claims like those involving a broken bone, surgery, or a brain injury. Once a claim is set up, the insurance company will begin its investigation. Now, just because an insurance company assigns a claim number does not mean that you will get paid. This is one of the big mistakes that people who are in accidents make. They assume that just because the friendly insurance company has given them a claim number that they will get paid. This is 100% wrong. A claim number just means that the insurance company has notice of your claim and they've matched it up with a policy that they sold at some point. But the battle has just begun. In order for you to get paid, several things need to happen. If you were in a car or truck accident, the at-fault driver's insurance company needs to confirm that there is insurance coverage for your accident. And if you slipped and fell or had another accident at a business, their insurance company also needs to verify coverage. Now, just because the other driver gave the police officer or you their insurance card at the time of the accident, it does not mean that there is coverage. In order for there to be insurance coverage, the policy needs to be active at the time of the accident. In other words, the other driver or company that caused your accident must have paid their insurance bill. Also, there can't be an exclusion in the policy that would cause a denial of coverage. The most common denial is either the driver or vehicle is not listed on the insurance policy. Now, if your case is against a big company, insurance coverage doesn't matter much. For example, let's say that a Walmart truck hits you, or you're injured at a big store like Target or a hotel like the Marriott. These companies have so much money that they can pay your claim regardless of whether or not they have insurance. If you're injured in a car or a truck accident, the at-fault driver's insurance company will assign two different adjusters to the claim. One is a property damage liability adjuster. This adjuster handles payment for damage to your car or property like a broken cell phone. The other adjuster that they'll assign is the bodily injury liability adjuster. They're known as the BI adjuster. The BI adjuster handles payment to you for your medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering. But things are a bit different if you're injured at a hotel, mall, or store. In this instance, the insurance company will likely assign only one adjuster to your case. They'll handle both the claim for property damage and personal injury. If the insurance company clears coverage, this means that there is coverage for your claim, which is good news. However, the adjuster still needs to determine two things. Number one, fault, which is also called liability, and number two, your damages and injuries. The other person or business's insurance doesn't owe you a penny unless they were at fault. If you were in a car or truck accident, to determine fault, the insurance adjuster will look at the traffic crash report. On the other hand, if you were injured at a hotel, store, mall, condominium, or somewhere else, their insurance company will want to see surveillance video of the accident. The insurance company will want to speak with several people about how the accident happened. They'll want to speak with number one, their insured, number two, you, and number three, any witnesses. They'll want to take your recorded statement. However, since you don't have a contract with them, you are usually not required to give them one. One trick that insurance adjusters use is that they tell you that they can't pay you unless you give them a recorded statement. That's as wrong as putting salt instead of sugar into your coffee. I recently settled a case for $670,000 where the insurance company's adjuster never took my client's statement. Although they asked me for it, I told them no way. The insurance adjuster will then assign a certain percentage of fault to their driver or the property owner you're making a claim against. This percentage of fault is so important because the insurance company only owes you for their insured's percentage of fault. For example, if their insured is 60% at fault, their insurance company only owes you for 60% of the value of your case. The insurance company will also assign a percent of fault on you. It can range between 0 and 100%. Next, they'll want to get all your medical records and bills. They'll ask you to sign a medical authorization so that they can gather your records. You generally are not required to sign this medical authorization. By law, they are required to set aside a certain amount of money to pay your claim. The amount could be anywhere from $0 to a huge number. As the insurance company gathers more information, they can either increase or decrease the settlement reserve. Your goal is to get them to increase the settlement reserve quickly. To do this, either you or your lawyer will gather and send them any medical records and bills that show that you're badly hurt. You need to make a spreadsheet that shows each medical provider who you treated with, their medical charges, and the amount that you owe. If you have health insurance, Medicaid, or Medicare that paid some of the bills, add this amount to the spreadsheet. You need to notify them about your personal injury claim. The sooner you do this, the better. This is because your health insurance company needs time to determine which of your medical treatment is related to the accident. You likely have to pay back your health insurance company or Medicare or Medicaid from the settlement. If you have a lawyer, your health insurance company may need to reduce the amount that you need to repay them by your pro rata lawyer fees and costs. This is one of the many big benefits of hiring a personal injury lawyer. It takes time for insurance companies to increase their settlement reserve. And not getting the insurance company your medical records and bills fast usually delays your settlement. The insurance adjuster will have a settlement range they can settle your case within. Unfortunately, they won't tell you what this range is. If they do, they are likely not telling you the truth. Believing them is like believing a poker player when they tell you what cards they have. You or your lawyer will need to calculate the value of your personal injury case. You do this by adding your out-of-pocket medical bills, lost wages, and pain and suffering amount. You now have the settlement value of your case, but you still have a big problem. The insurance company will use every trick in the book to pay you towards the bottom of their settlement range. And of course, you want to settle your case at the top of their settlement range. But you'll only be able to do this if you use this secret claim trick that the most experienced personal injury lawyers use to get bigger settlements. To find out what this secret claim trick is and how to use it, watch the video that's on screen now or click on the link in the description below. And if you're seriously injured in Florida and you think someone else may be at fault, click on the link in the description below to see if I could be the attorney for you.